What's up guys, and welcome back to another Team POG video. And today we got another deck profile for you. So before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of the video. And if you had any suggestions on how to change the deck to what you think would be better. So let's get right into it. So first of all, we have 3 Raiders Wing. And it is always treated as the Phantom Knights and Raidraptor card at the same time, which is good because it still allows it to be searched by many of our other card effects. Now, if this card is in your hand or your graveyard, you can detach 1 material from a Dark Xyz monster you control, special summon this card, but if it were to leave the field, you have to banish it. But we get around this effect by using it for our Xyz summons, because overlaying for an Xyz summon is not counted as leaving the field. Next we have 3 Vanishing Laneias. It has a simple but very strong effect of once per turn during your main phase. If this card is normal or special summoned this turn, you could special summon 1 level 4 or lower Raidraptor from your hand. Now that is not a hard once per turn. Hard and soft once per turns are 2 different things. There might be a video on that. I have no idea of the plans for the future, but don't count on it, but maybe expect it. So yeah. Next we have 3 Stranglehelenius. If you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, but it locks you into dark monsters, meaning you can only summon dark monsters for the rest of the turn, which is not that bad because all of our monsters are dark, except for like 1 in the extra deck, yeah. Then if you control an Xyz monster with a dark Xyz monster as material, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Raidraptor monster in your graveyard and special summon, but negate its effects, which is very strong. It's a free summon, and it will summon another from the graveyard. Next we have 3 Pain Laneias. It has a really long effect, which can just be summed up in a few words. It's basically you target 1 Raidraptor monster you control, summon this card, take damage equal to the lower of the attack and defense of that monster, and its level becomes that level. So yeah, you're on 3, but if you're going into time on round 3, well, game 3, I mean, you want to side this out because you really don't want to be taking any damage. Because if you go into time on game 3, they look at the person with the higher life points, and that's who wins the match. So next we have 2 Mimicry Laneias, or Mimicry, depending on if you're dumb or not. It's alright. You don't want to. You don't want to see this card in your hand at all. It's best if, well, some cases you want to see it, but you don't want to see it. If you see it, you don't want to see multiples of it. That's why we run 2. It's like if you run 3, if you always want to see it. 2, if you don't want to see multiples, and 1, if you are going to search it reliably. And also, its effect is not good as a starter, which is you can banish this card from your graveyard. If the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the graveyard and add a Raidraptor card to your hand. Next up, we have 1 Raidraptor Singing Laneias. It's only a 1-of because we search it, and it's a once per turn, and it's only used in the combo once. We have 1 Necro Vulture. It's because it's pretty alright effect. It comes up in a few situations. We don't run multiples of it because the one time you would use it, you don't need it anymore. Now those are Raidraptor monsters. Into the other monsters, we have 3 Kagato Kage, which dark level 4 extenders are important for this deck because one of the cards banishes dark monsters, and they are just free things. Kagato Kage is one, it cannot be normal summoned or set on its own. And when you would normal summon a level 4 monster, you could special summon this card too. So say you were to normal summon your Raider's Wing and you had a Kagato Kage in your hand, so you would normal summon it and then you get your Kagato Kage, and that's full combo right there. Next up we have 2 Summoner Monk. I want to play 3, but I don't have 3. So yeah, it's when it's face up the field, it cannot be tributed, which you don't need. And if it was normal flip summon, you have to change it to defense, which is not that bad. And once per turn, you could discard 1 spell card and special summon 1 level 4 monster from your deck, but that monster cannot attack this turn. This and a spell is also full combo. Any level 4 in your Raider's Wing is full combo, by the way. Next we have Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. It appears in our combo. If this card's in your graveyard, you can return 1 face-up card you control to the hand and special summon it. Special summon this card, and you take 400 points of damage, and that is a once per duel effect. This card was released back in the 5Ds area, where they were... I don't know, it was made in a time where things were way different. And Blackwings were a meta deck back then, and that was their best card, so they had to change it. This next card, I'm trying to find a different card for it, because it is a light level 4 extender, not a dark one. If you know any dark level 4 extenders that are generic, meaning they can work in anything, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm actively searching for things to replace this thing, because it's nice, but it's not optimal. And all it is, if you control no monsters, you can special summon from your hand. So yeah, it's light, which we want darks. Then we just have the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots and the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. These appear in our combo, and they just search out Phantom Knight spells for us. So yeah, they do practically the same thing, but they're a little different. Alright, into our spells, and this time we actually do have spells. We have 1 Raidraptor Nest. It is a continuous effect, and if you control 2 or more Raidraptor monsters, you can add 1 Raidraptor monster from your deck or graveyard into your hand. And that's a once per turn effect. It's nice. It appears sometimes. You don't run multiples of it because you never need multiples of it. And it's a niche card that only appears a few times. That's useful a few times. Next we have Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Force. Now this card is really good. We use 2 of it because 2 of it appear in our combo. During your main phase, banish 1 or more dark monsters from your graveyard. See why we need darks now. And then target 1 dark Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 the Phantom Knights, Raidraptor, or Xyz Dragon Xyz monster, whose rank equals the total number of monsters banished on top of it, and transfer its all material. And that transfer all of its materials, and that is counted as an Xyz summon. That's once per turn. Which that is really powerful for a deck that is pretty much entirely comprised of dark monsters. Next we have another card that we have 2 cards that I'm trying to cut. This is the 2. Rank Up Magic Skip Force. It is just target 1 Raidraptor Xyz monster you control, summon 1 Raidraptor Xyz monster with 2 ranks higher than it right on top of it. And it's alright. I'm trying to look for something to replace it. So yeah, I just don't know what. And then we have 1 the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch if we go second. Notice if you control a if you could target one Dark Xyz monster you control that has no material, summon one Dark Xyz monster that is one rank higher on using it and this card as material. That's if we go second, because instead of getting one card from the combo, you get that card to your hand and target on your monster. One Foolish Burial. This mixed with Mimicry is literally just a free search, because this card just sends one card to the graveyard. One Monster Reborn, because it revives a monster. Because we could just we can revive, say we have a rank up magic card in our hand, we can revive a 4 Strix, which is one card in the extra deck, and rank it up. And then we have 3 Allure of Darkness, is our draw power card, which what it does is that you draw 2 cards, then banish 1 dark monster from your hand. Or if you don't have any, you send your entire hand to the graveyard. Which most of our deck being dark monsters, you're always going to get that, and it's 2 new cards that you see that potentially get your combo off. Now we do run 3 traps, but they're traps that are actually good. We have 2, the Phantom Knights of Shade Brigandine. I want to play this at 3, but I only have 2. And you special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster that is a level 4, and it's not treated as a trap. And if you have no traps in your graveyard, you can activate it this turn it was set. Yeah. And we have one Phantom Knight's Fogblade, which it's just a slightly worse Fiendish Chain that can be searched. Alright, so that was the main deck. Now into the extra deck. First off, we have 2 Raidraptor 4 Strix. It is generic. Thankfully, it is generic, meaning it only needs 2 level 4 monsters. And its effect is you can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 level 4 Dark Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Which is so unbelievably good that I can't fathom it, but we only run 2 because of space, and we only need 2. And next we have a whole bunch of one-ofs, so I'll just put them in a line here. First up we have Raidraptor Revolution Falcon. Revolution Falcon is our OTK. If you don't know what OTK means, it means 1 turn kill, meaning you do all 8,000 life points in 1 battle phase. Because it can attack all monsters your opponent controls, and when it attacks a monster your opponent controls, it sets its attack to 0. So it's just a 2k, 2k, 2k across the board to all monsters. And you detach 1 material from that. Then we have 1 Raidraptor Revolution Falcon Air Raid. It is a retrain of this card, which means it's like a card with the same name, like a similar name. That is yeah, just look it up. I can't really explain it that well. Where it has the same materials as it, but you can also just discard a rank up magic spell to summon it. And when it's summoned, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and burn them for its attack. You can also do it with this card. Focus. But you have to detach a material, and it only burns them for half. Next we have Raidraptor Arsenal Falcon, which is highly essential, where you only use its effect to detach a material and summon a Raidraptor from deck, which that will always be, most of the time, be your Vanishing Laneias to get another card from your hand. And also, if this card would be destroyed, you can summon a Raidraptor and you can summon Raidraptor from your extra deck and use this card as material. Next we have Raidraptor Satellite Cannon. It is a spell and trap destruction, because when it's summoned using a Raidraptor monster as material, you can destroy all spell and traps cards your opponent controls. And then your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to that activation. And then it has another effect that you can detach one material, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and it loses 800 attack for each Raidraptor in your graveyard. You never use that. You don't really. This card doesn't really come up that often, but you still have the option of going into it if you're playing against a back row deck. Next, we have our boss monster being Raidraptor Ultimate Falcon. Ultimate Falcon is really good because it has 5 simple words in it, unaffected by other card effects. That is very powerful because the only way to get rid of this card is to attack it, is to have more attack over it. And it has 3,500 attack. Keep in mind that. Keep in mind when I explain its other effects. At every end phase, not just yours, all of your opponent's monsters lose 1,000 attack. And if they cannot do that, they take 1,000 points of damage. Now keep in mind, this deck goes first. In your combo, when you go first, they don't have any monsters. So they start their turn with 7,000. And yeah. And next we have 2 Strix. If this card is linked summon, you can special summon one level 4 Dark Winged Beast monster from your deck in defense position, but you can negate its effects, and it cannot be used as link material. That is really good because you summon your Zephyros from the deck. Also, if your Raidraptor Xyz monster effect is activated, you can set a rank up magic spell directly from your deck. So yeah, that gets your first rank up magic force. Yes. Yeah, it gets your first force, and it gets your Zephyros. It sets up 2 cards and only 1 summon. So yeah. Next we just have some other monsters. We have our Xyz Dragon package, which consists of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon, and Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. These are all like from the same line of things, which Dark Rebellion is the base, and these are its 2 upgraded forms. What this card does is you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes halved, and this card gains that attack. Now Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon, it's a little different, because in order to activate its effects, it has to have this card as material. Now its effects is, once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to the monster's original attack. So this just sucks up your opponent's card's attack. And also, during your opponent's turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, and you get the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can special summon 1 Xyz monster from your graveyard. Now, Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. This card you use if you go first. Now, in your combo, you either summon one of these 2, depending on if you're going first or second. This is clearly first, this is clearly second. Because this one, you can detach 1 material controls. This card gains attack equal to the combined original attack of all monsters on the field except for this one. In your combo, you can get this card up to like 13,000 attack points. And plus, from this card, it would be the opponent's monster you're going to be attacking, its attack is halved. So yeah, that is huge. And if it has a Dark Xyz monster as material after it activates effects, you can negate all other card effects on the field. And our next card is Castell, the Skyblaster Musketeer. This card you can't summon on your first turn, but you can summon if your opponent has a problem card on your next turn. Where its main effect is that you can detach 2 materials from this card, and then you can target 1 card on the field and shuffle it into the deck. So you can literally snipe the card away because he's holding a gun. Nah, I'm not funny. 10th Redoer is a very powerful card because it can detach at least 3 materials per turn, being different types, and you get effects based off what type of card you detached. And at the beginning of the standby phase, he just rips the top card from your opponent's deck and adds it to him as material. And if you detach a monster from this card, you banish this card until the end phase. If you detach a spell, you could draw a card. And if you detach a trap, you place one face-up card your opponent controls on the top of the deck. That's good. Then we have the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish. This card is at 3. Like, it's not banned or anything. It used to be completely banned because just way better cards have came out since then. It gets you cards. It sets up your graveyard. You can send the Phantom Knight's monster from your deck to the graveyard, and set one Phantom Knight spell and trap from your deck directly to your spell and trap zone. And if a Dark Xyz monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to while this monster is on the field, you can target one card on the field and destroy it, which is very handy. Alright, so that was the deck list, and now into the combo section of the video. Welcome to the combo section of the video, and the combo demonstrated is only one way of getting to our main combo, and the main combo can be achieved with only 3 level 4 bodies. So you only need 3 ways of getting level 4s onto the field, by any means. So you only need these 2 in your hand, and you can do the whole combo off of that. So what you're going to do is you're going to normal summon your Raidra's Wing. Then you can use Kaga to Kaga's effect to summon itself. You're going to make your first 4 Strix, or first Strix. I'm a master comedian, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to use its effect to detach the Raidra's Wing, sending it to the graveyard, to add your Singing Laneias to hand. We're going to use your Singing Laneias effect to summon itself. And now you're going to activate your Raidra's Wing in the graveyard to detach the Kaga to Kage and summon itself right here. You're going to link these 2 and summon your Y-Strix. Now Y-Strix, when it's summoned, is going to summon the Zephyros directly from deck. Now you're going to overlay these 2 into your second Strix. Now you're going to use its effect to detach the Zephyros and add your Stranglehelenius to hand. Y-Strix effect is going to activate it to be setting your rank up magic force to the field. Now you're going to activate your Stranglehelenius to summon itself. Use Zephyros to pick it right back up and summon itself directly from the graveyard. You're going to link these 2 into your Rusty Bardish. Excuse me. Activate your force, banishing Zephyros, Y-Strix, and Kaga to Kage. And since you did 3, 4 plus 3 is 7 for those that did not pass kindergarten. And it's going to make Arsenal Falcon. And now you're going to activate Arsenal Falcon's effect to detach the Raidra's Wing. And you're going to summon your Vanishing Laneias directly from deck. Now Vanishing Laneias effect is going to activate to be able to summon your Stranglehelenius from hand. The Stranglehelenius' effect is going to activate to summon your Raidra's Wing from the graveyard. Now you're going to overlay these 2 into your Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Activating Rusty's effect to destroy your Arsenal Falcon. Arsenal Falcon's effect is going to summon Ultimate Falcon, adding that to material. Now you're going to activate Rusty's effect to send the Silent Boots directly to the graveyard and set your Shade Brigandine. Now, since you control no traps since you have no traps in the graveyard, you're going to activate Brigandine to summon itself. Use it to make your Time Thief Redoer. Now you're going to activate Silent Boots effect in the graveyard to banish itself to add your second force directly to your hand. Then you're just going to set that. And then you pass your turn on this. Now this is a really good board. This is a very good board because you have 3 monster negates on here. And I'm thinking, but Dark Rebellion can't negate. It can if it's ranked up into Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. And you're going to use your force. You're going to use your force to banish the Force Strix and summon this right on top of it. And that gives you a pop, which is just a destroy from Rusty. The first card that your opponent activates that starts a chain, you're gonna flip your force directly over, banish the Force Strix from graveyard, rank up Dark Rebellion to Dark Requiem, get the pop off of Rusty to pop whatever card they activated, and now you have one disruption by putting a card back onto the top of the deck, and you have 3 monster negates and destroys. And also, when you end your turn, your opponent took 1,000 points of damage, so it makes it even easier to OTK your opponent. And that was the combo. Now we're going to be getting right into the test hands of the video. Welcome to the test hand portion of the video. I'm just giving the deck a quick few shuffles and a cut. Alright, so we're going to be doing the same thing as last time because we only need to see if we can get 3 bodies onto the field. We don't need to play it out to see what we can make. We can already tell what we can do just by looking at the cards. This deck does go first, so we'll be able to do 8 hands of 5. So first off, we have Raider's Wing, we have Force, Vanishing Laneias, Brigandine, and Stranglehelenius. So now we do have Raider's Wing and Vanishing Laneias, meaning we do have our designated combo. And now, instead of your boots searching your second force, you'll just be searching your Fog Blade instead of this, because you could just set that directly from hand. That was a good hand. We got another wing. Got Necro Vulture, Ancient Cloak, Vanishing Laneias, and Skip Force. Of course, if we have Raider's Wing in any other level 4 body, we got combo. So in this case, we have Vanishing and Raider's Wing, which means we do. A Foolish Burial, or Darkness. We got Boots. We got Thrasher. And we have Fog Blade. Now we do have Foolish Burial here, so we do have a pretty much free search just by setting Mimicry, using Mimicry's effect to banish itself, and you're going to search your Raider's Wing. And paired with Photon Thrasher, can make your combo. And plus you got Fog Blade there, which is always nice. Oh yeah, sorry for the camera shakes, that's just me accidentally hitting it with my wrist. First we got Mimicry Laneias, Allure of Darkness, Summon a Monk, so we instantly have combo here since we have Monk in a spell. We will also have Nest, and you hate to see it, Zephyros in the hand. So in this case, you're gonna combo is a little bit different, but pretty much the same board result, same end board result. but it's just a little bit different, but still combo. Don't skip me. Okay, we got Strangle, Thrasher, Monk, Pain, and another Strangle. You do hate to say it, Monk with no spell, but we do have combo here. Surprisingly, you summon the Thrasher, and then you normal the Monk, and you do that into the first Force Strix, and then when you summon Singing Laneias, you use the Pain Laneias to copy the Singing Laneias. And we got Lord Darkness, Wing, Mimicry, Reborn, and Brigandine. We do have combo here, but if you need to use Brigandine as your starting combo, you cannot summon the Redoer. But that is combo minus Redoer right here. Skip Force, Vanishing, Singing, Kage to Kage, and a Rank Up Magical Launch. I'll have to let me think here. I'm not sure if that is combo or not. Yeah, it is. So you normal the Vanishing, Kage to Kage to do that. Overlay these into Force Strix to add your Wing. Summon that, activate Wing, and go from there. And our last hand will be Kage to Kage, Force, Pain, and Vanishing. So same thing here. We do have these two and the Pain. So you would use so you don't take any extra damage you don't need. You would do these two, summon the Force Strix, and search your Raider's Wing. Activate Raider's Wing. Use Pain Laneias to target the Raider's Wing, and since Raider's Wing lowest stat is 0, you take 0 damage and get a free body. And that was the last hand. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you thought of it, and make sure to like and subscribe.